Karen here, and I'm so grateful to be with you today. Boy, oh boy, do I have an amazing lady coming up to share with you some seriously inspiring, an inspiring attitude to life, and really will help you see how what happens to you doesn't define you. For those who don't know me, my name is Coach Karen, and I'm just really excited to come and share a deeper dive into more of the people who we've been helping, and for you to see who they are. And we're just ordinary people who have, turned some things around in life. Now, for those who are joining, thank you so much. We are using a program called StreamYard. So we don't see it on Facebook until later ourselves. So if you do comment, please feel free. You just need to allow StreamYard access so we can see who it is. Otherwise, it doesn't come up with your name. It will just share the comment with us. So without further ado, please let me bring on and introduce you to this amazing lady. Her name is Jess. And she has become a very dear friend of mine. We've traveled, through the world together, and we've only just really known each other for less than 2 years. And it's amazing the impact that people can have on you, and how dynamic, someone's personality is. And I can assure you, her struggle is going to show you why she is so dynamic. So let me welcome her to the call. Mrs. Jess Matson, welcome. Hello.
Thank you. Thanks, Karen.
Awesome. So Jess, clearly we've got, you've got an amazing story, and I think, let's just take some time to break that down. So, before you, came to Herbalife and came to know what that was about, I know that you had some skin issues, you had some weight issues, but if you could tell us, who was Jess then?
Okay. If you met me a few years ago, Jess was always angry, always angry with the world, just anything and everything, even though I was always a happy person, but deep inside, it wasn't actually reflecting that. I was overweight. And also, I just didn't have that energy. When I come home from work, just get on straight to the couch and just doze off. Just that was the old Jess. Yes.
And at that time, a couple of years ago, you were a single mom, right?
Yes, that's right. I have been a single mom for around about 4 or 5 years, and it was a tough journey, definitely, but it has shown me what I'm capable of along the way.
Awesome. So, what made you decide to make a decision to make a change for yourself? Like, what was it that got you to that point? Like, is it a feeling? Was it something inside of you that was disgusted enough to say, okay, something's got to change?
Absolutely. It's gotten to the point where, okay, I'm sick and tired of the way I was feeling. I always knew that deep inside that wasn't me, and that there's more of me. Fitness wise, I was always okay until I had my son. So when I had him, and then the baby weight just stayed on for quite some time, and I was always searching whatever fad diet was out there, but I never had the consistency of actually breaking through that goal. And then obviously it came to the point of, the doctor telling me, look, you gotta change, because if you don't, I might need to refer you to have a gastric sleeve surgery. And I searched that, and that wasn't, what I wanted, where I see myself. And obviously, soon after that, I lost my dad, and then I just went downhill after that. And the doctor again told me that I had type 2 diabetes. So I really, really need to change something. And deep down inside, I always knew that I had to do something. But I guess the wake up call for me was that when I saw my son tying up my shoelace, you had that ego, I'm fine, I'm doing fine, I like my curve. But then when I saw my son tying up my shoelace because I can't do it anymore, that was the wake-up call for me.
Yeah, and I think most people can probably relate to that because it often takes something else to happen before we truly get uncomfortable and we say enough is enough. So, and by the way, your son is just gorgeous, and we will touch on the wonderful Troy shortly. Okay, so I know that you had tried many things before. You came to Herbalife very skeptically. So can you share with us that little journey?
Sure. So basically, I actually saw a post on Facebook about Fit Club, and it took me 6 months to actually say yes to it and just be at the Fit Club. And anyway, I got there and I thought, oh, this is awesome. I feel good being around them. And then all of a sudden I was seeing Herbalife bottles everywhere. I'm like, they tricked me. This is not a workout. This is a Herbalife thing. So because I had a history in the past with networking and it didn't go well. So obviously I had that preconceived idea. And then obviously my coach told me like, look, just look around, just check it out, go to one of our events and see for yourself, But during that time, my beloved husband was my fiance. He entered a body transformation challenge, and because he's always been, skinny, he wasn't always happy with where he was, so he jumped on the body transformation challenge. He kept going. I tried the product as well, and I disappeared after 2 weeks. I said, no, this is not for me. I feel nauseous. Why am I feeling like this? But my husband, he kept going, and I saw the energy that he had. It's just like boom, like doing this, and I was like, I want that energy. Why he's got that and I don't, So that triggered some sort of curiosity, I guess. And that's when I went to an event. And when I saw the event, for me, that was, I was still skeptical. I was, had my arms like this. I said, nah, this is not going to work for me. But then throughout the whole event, I found someone that resonated with my journey because they're old couple and they had type 1 diabetes. And when they walked me through their journey, that's when I knew that Herbalife is not just about shakes. It's actually a community that cares for you, that wants to see you go through to the other side. So when I saw that, I said to my coach, yes, I'm jumping on, ready to go. And I never looked back since.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fantastic. And someone sent you a message. Love you, sis. Unfortunately, because we use StreamYard, you have to allow us to see your comment or see who you are. Otherwise, we just see Facebook user. So at the moment, you're a Facebook user, but thank you for sending the comment and the love. We love that. So keep them coming. So what has been your journey with that so far? Like, what was your goal? And what has happened in this time? Because I know some amazing things have happened for you.
Yes, absolutely. So before the nutrition, I was type 2 diabetes, and I know my weight was dropping off and I was reshaping, and so far I have lost 20 kilos. And then it wasn't until early this year that I had my blood test done and actually wanted to see the overall result of my health. And I was very, very grateful to know that, my doctor told me, look, whatever you're doing, keep doing, because obviously it's working for you. So, my doctor hasn't seen me for a very long time, and all of a sudden she saw a different Jess. I'm like, oh, you've lost kilos. And so my in terms of my type 2 diabetes, again, disclaimer, I'm back to pretty much square one. So I have officially reversed my type 2. So I'm very, very happy for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it makes sense because when you feed your body the right nutrition, it goes about healing itself, right? And that's the thing, I guess, with what you've done. You have managed to replace your cells with, healthy cells and, clean up that diet. Now, You said you lost 20 kilos. Is that right?
That's right.
Wow, that is phenomenal. And so where are you on your journey? Are you at your goal weight, or are you still working, or what's the
Not yet.
goal?
I'm still in my progress. I'm still in my journey. And, this year, last year, we got married October, and it was always my goal to hit 80 kilos. And unfortunately, I didn't achieve that. No problem. That's okay. But I said again to my husband, that's it. Strike two. I'm doing it again. I want to do it like rain or shine. I just want to hit that 80 kilo mark by the end of this year, or probably go beyond 80. I'll be happy.
Awesome. And here's just something I want to share with you, because Jess is one of the people who has joined us on a challenge. It's called 75 Hard. And on 75 Hard, there's a list of things that we've got to do every single day for 75 days. And it's more a mental challenge than anything else. And your culture, your background is Filipino. And one of the things that I remember you saying to me, Jess, is that the consistency sometimes is what can become difficult. And I just want you to understand here, it is normal for most people to fall off the wagon on their journey. That is completely normal. So if that has happened to you, you are not some alien. You are human. It is a normal thing. But I just want to hear, I want you to hear what Jess has to say, because in 75 Hard, at the beginning, it didn't go to plan, but they made a decision to get back on, and there'll be a reason for that. So, Jess, can you share with us about what happened, why you fell off, and why the decision to then start again?
Well, there's always gonna be something that will happen throughout the day. Even though you have a plan, okay, right, I'm gonna do this workout this morning, and then I'm gonna have my nutrition. You have it all planned, and all of a sudden something just comes up, right? Because that's life. That's life for you. But obviously, when that happened, so I was on my, I think, fourth day it was, and then my family and I were gonna go camping. This is prior to Victoria on lockdown, by the way. And then it just rained, and even swiped our camping site, and we traveled 3 hours to get to where we should camp, and then we have to come back again another 3 hours. So there goes my whole day, right? So what am I gonna do? The whole time we were in the car stressing, we couldn't get an accommodation because no one would take us. We have a dog, so and it was a school holiday as well. So there goes everything. But anyway, I just let it pass, forgive myself. After 3 days, I said, you know what, I'm jumping on again, because I had the intention of where I want to be in 75 days. And if I don't get back on it, then I will always be the same. Nothing will change.
And I love that, because it is so true, and it's so easy to count yourself out. The other thing that I want you to share is, and again, I know, results not typical, but you had an issue with your skin.
Yes, for a very long time, I suffered from rosacea. I didn't know what it was. Initially, I thought it was just acne, pimples, because I was a teenager. But it was pretty much, I didn't know the term was, it was rosacea. So I've tried so many skincare out there from, I won't name the brand, but I have tried so many things that just won't work. And obviously, jumping on into my nutrition program, I have cleared what's inside, and therefore it reflected on the outside. And apart from that, the skincare range that we have is just heaven sent. I could not go anywhere else without it. I can't sleep. I can't have a night off without it. I gotta have the whole cleansing, the toning, and the moisturizing done. And you know, who is the best person to actually see my result? My own husband, because he wake up to this face every day.
Absolutely, and your skin looks amazing. So you know, and I'm sure that probably gives you a lot more confidence in who you are as well. So, obviously, part of your journey is something that a lot of people wouldn't know about, and it's one of the reasons why we want to delve into, you know, sharing more about who we are as coaches, and where our background lies and what's brought us to where we are today. And I'm only going to encourage you to share what you want to share here. Please don't feel, you know, that you have to share anything you don't want to. But I guess I really want to delve back into what made Jess, starting from when you were younger.
Sure. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm happy to share. You know, for so many years, I've always overthink of how I feel. It wasn't until later on that I came to come to terms of my emotion that, okay, I was actually seeking the whole time. I just felt like lost because, you know, I'm a child abuse survivor. So the abuse went on for 5 years. So, you know, that I guess that trauma is always going to be there. And the reason why I'm nervous today, Karen, because this is the first time I'm going live sharing my own journey in that part of my life. And you know, for me, I think the healing started when I forgave the person. And I was about 20, early on my 20s. I forgave the person, and but it wasn't the effect of the trauma did not affect me until I released it and told my family about it. When you have opened yourself up and the people around you have doubted you, like next level, next level, right? So the abuse went on for 5 years, and it took me 8 years to speak about it to my family, because coming from, you know, an Asian background, or I'm sure others can relate to this, you don't talk about it because it will, you know, you'll damage the reputation of that person, you'll damage the name of your family. It's a shame thing to do. So it took me 8 years to speak up about it, and once it was out, yes, I did feel free, but at the same time, the aftermath of the trauma, I guess that will always be part of me. And because of that, I was always seeking as to, okay, I'm sure this can't be it. I'm sure there's more to life than just being miserable and unhappy, right? And it wasn't until coming to that own, you know, finding your personal development is a massive, massive factor of my journey to healing, because then it clicked to me that I have to break free from shame, that I don't need to carry that. That's not mine to carry, right? That's the person that did that to me. That's their shame to carry, not mine. And I think it's just so many girls out there, or boys, that have been abused, don't speak up because they just feel like, oh my God, I'm going to shame my family. I'm going to put down the name and the reputation, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? You got to start taking care of you. You know, at the end of the day, it's your journey. It's your own healing, not theirs. So, yeah. Yeah.
So what was it inside of you? Because, I mean, it's courageous, one, for you to share, for sure. But it's more courageous to be able to work through and forgive somebody. So what made you decide that's what you wanted to do?
Mainly because I can't I can't keep feeling this way all the time. And there has to be a first step. There has to be one. Um and the person that did that to me was related to my own, family. So I guess it wasn't more of like seeking redemption. It was more of freeing myself. I just needed to do it to make peace with the person and make peace with the person with the my own sibling, because it's related to him. So I just need to have that peace, and then I can finally let go.
Yeah, wow. I mean, like, um, for if you're watching this, if you're watching the replay, I'm sure you can feel the trauma. I'm so inspired by you, Jess, and how strong you are. The struggle you've been through, and how you've managed to turn that into a strength to be a hope for other people, is truly inspiring. What I mean, where to for you with what you've been through? Because I know you've got a passion and a mission now that's driving you.
Yes, I just definitely wanted to reach out to all the sisters and the brothers out there who went through the whole, journey of neglect, abandonment, abuse, any form of abuse. I just want to reach out to them that it's okay. You don't have to be stuck in that life. You don't have to be stuck in that unhappiness. There is always a way out. And I know sometimes that when you feel isolated, you just want to slip through the back door and just disappear because you can't be where you need to be. And that's okay. But it's not going to last forever. There's a way out. But you need to go through that door and just find that courage, and speaking and sharing to everyone and connecting with the other survivors is one way to heal, one way to one step away from being more stronger. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. And, I know that will help, if anyone in this group or knows somebody who has been through this trauma, be able to take that first step. Because I think the hardest thing in any kind of major change to move forward is that first step, and it's that decision that it's going to be okay, because you feel, like you say, that shame, that unworthiness, that that you're not loved. And I for me personally, to see how much you've grown since I've known you, and it hasn't even been quite 2 years. I'm sure. I don't think it's been 2 years, but to see how much you've grown in this short period of time, and to really be able to turn your struggle into your greatness, and be able to inspire so many other people, be able to take those steps forward with your beautiful, kind heart. That's one thing that is unique. I think unique to you is your beautiful, kind heart. Now, one thing that you are what I would like to say is a generation changer, because as I mentioned earlier, you've got your son Troy, and you've always had a beautiful, kind heart, and what you have been able to do in raising him is nothing short of amazing. Because I know that having worked on yourself, that has also transformed into who he is. But it's who you are also. So can you share with us, first of all, I guess, how investing into yourself and your own self-care, how that has been of more benefit to your son?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that. Just got emotional right there. Yeah, with my son, obviously that he could see, kids are always like sponge. They just pick up on whatever it is you're doing. They don't listen to you because of your words. They listen to you because of your actions. And I guess with Troy, like, you know, when I was a single mom, like my main teaching with him is always be grateful and just be giving, you know, and always think of, I always tell him, look, you don't finish your food, think about the kids in Africa, blah blah blah. You know, and I think throughout the years, like you keep saying that over and over again, they get it. They just get it, right? And it was funny because this year um he celebrated his 10th day, and I said to him, what would you like to do? And you know, he said, well, maybe we can feed the homeless, or we can do something different, mommy, you know. And that just sort of made me feel like, oh, right, I did do a right thing, like I'm doing something right. Obviously. And you know, like whatever happened to me in the past, basically I see that as a learning curve for me, to be where I am today, and pass that on to my son and my future kids, and you know, other kids out there, that it's okay. You can break free from that. It doesn't have to be that way. If your parents felt that you suffered from neglect, abandonment, you don't have to instill that into your kids. You can break the cycle. You can do so much more. You can be different.
Absolutely. And your son is truly I mean, he's 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's truly one amazing child who's going to do some great things for this world. I know that for sure. Jess, I would love to talk to you for so much longer and continue sharing your story, but I do want to wrap it up now. And I think that I want to give you the last word. I do want to say a massive thank you and lots of gratitude to you, lots of love. You're an amazing, amazing woman, and I just am so excited for your mission and your passion, and you know, the lives that you're going to impact, and how you have really used your struggle to become your greatness. But just some last words for anybody who maybe is in that place of not yet having been able to make that decision to maybe take that self-care or work on their own health journey, or, you know, what would your advice be to them?
Okay, in terms of their health journey, you need to look after you if you want to look after your loved ones. You need to be the first one to do that, so you can give more to them, right? It's all about your own journey, your own pace. It's not a competition. This is a competition between you and yourself. You know, surround yourself with a community who will always gonna have you back no matter what. Doesn't matter how many times you fall off the wagon, they're always gonna be there because they have been there, they've done that, so they're always gonna have you back. You know, like surround yourself with people with the same mindset as you, same goals as you. You know, people who also wanted more out of life. In terms of, you know, if you're suffering from an abuse or you're a survivor yourself, just keep fighting on. Be free from shame, because it's not yours to carry.
Such beautiful words and so wise. And, you know, I just want to say thanks again. Thank you everybody for, you know, who's jumped on and stayed with us and, you know, listened and shared the story with us. Much love to you. And I just want to give, it's going to have to be a virtual hug because that's all I can give you. So, yeah. So thank you so very much.
Thank you, everyone.
To you and your family down in Victoria at this difficult time, and also to your family in the Philippines, because I know that it's not that easy there at the moment either. So thank you so much for sharing your soul and your heart with us. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you.